Yo guys, what's up? We're back. This is episode 5 of the mini series talking about the Micheal Jordan documentary or the Bulls documentary. I'm back here again with my boy Shamps.
Yeah, what to do?
Yeah, so episode 5 was pretty packed. There's actually a lot of stuff going on in this one. You know, the episode 4 wasn't the best. I mean, that kind of put me to sleep. Episode 5 I think was good. What do you think?
Episode 5 was definitely my favorite so far. R.I.P. Kobe.
Okay.
Opened it
facts,
up.
Facts. Kobe came in and I was like, damn, bro. I low-key thought there would be more with Kobe, but I was fine with what I got. That's fine with what I got. The line that really hit me was at the end of what's it called? The All-Star game, Micheal Jordan's last one. He was like, "I'll see you down the road," and then Kobe just went cool and then walked away. I was like, "Damn, that's some real boy shit right there." They didn't have like no talk, no speech or anything like no long talk, no discussion. It was just like, "I'll see you down the road." He said, "Cool," and they just walked out.
Yeah. R.I.P. Kobe, man. It's still hard to see.
That's facts. But let's start with that thing first. What's it called? I didn't expect Kobe to actually like get an actual part in the doc. Like it was like an actual interview and stuff too.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I don't have any proof of this, but I thought it would probably be longer, and I can't help but to think that maybe there was more to be recorded that just never got to, or maybe I'm just wrong and but it just seemed like it was more that was coming from him, and obviously because the fact that he passed, I feel like it didn't come to fruition.
Well, it could just be that the other stuff they're saving for later on, because did they ever go against each other in playoffs or
No, they didn't really compete at the same time like that. Kobe was becoming a phenom while Jordan was in his later years. Remember he's the youngest All-Star that at 19. But it's his team wasn't any good at that point yet. Against each other. And they played different conferences.
Oh yeah. So the only time they would meet would be at the finals.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there could be more when it comes to the later episodes, because right now we just watched episode 5 and 6. 7 and 8 is gonna have the content where he goes on the 2-year hiatus, or I guess 2.5 years between 1993 and 1995.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a bit of conspiracy talk today. Before we do this, when we get to this part, got an interesting conspiracy theory I want to put out there. See what you think about it.
Dear, okay, we'll get to that. But no, what Kobe was saying was high key facts. He was what's it called, when he said he couldn't have won his any of his 5 championships without his advice from MJ. Because the thing is, I feel with Kobe specifically, especially during his career after basketball, after retiring from the NBA, most of the time whenever you heard his name was mostly about him nurturing new NBA players, the younger ones when they're coming in, with Giannis, or what's it called,
Devin Booker, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Jason Tatum on the Celtics, and then even him coaching his own the Mamba Academy team. So I feel it was kind of it was kind of nice to see the side of him where he wasn't the one giving advice, but he was the one taking advice.
Yeah, exactly. RPG Gigi, by the way, her birthday passed this week.
Who?
Gigi.
Oh yeah. I said something on my Instagram. That's the bona fide baller right there, bro.
Yeah, man. I remember there was a meme that was what if Gigi and Bronny grew up and had a child together or something?
Whoa.
And made ultimate basketball player.
Oh no.
I remember it's this was before everything had happened, and it was that meme was funny and stuff, and it's I don't know, it was just puts you in your feels when you think about it.
Kind of weird to see, because I know damn well Bronny was going after what's her face, Millie Bobby Brown. I saw him in the freaking
Yo,
comments, bro.
yo, Bronny is thirsty, bro. Bronny comments on like every Kylie Jenner picture, bro.
I mean,
Like that dude, bro.
oh my, that's so funny to
Every
see.
single like swimsuit picture from Kylie Jenner or like any of these Instagram models, you just see Bronny just like about Bronny.
Hey, yo, LeBron, get your kid.
We'll say, man. He's only a freshman too. Well, about to be a sophomore, but like he's so young still.
It's so funny to think about. But
Yeah.
we can go to the next topic of this episode had was the introduction of the cultural aspect of MJ, which was the good old fashioned shoes.
Oh yeah.
See,
Legendary.
I am
This
I
episode
am
was legendary because of this.
I'm not the best when it comes to shoes. Shoes is probably like where I'm like the least knowledgeable at. But I feel like you're definitely a lot more knowledgeable than me, especially with Jordans, because I know nothing about Jordans.
Yeah, the rollout for the Jordans is so like epic. Like, okay, so they came out with like a red and black pair, right?
That's the one he
And
was
those
wearing,
were the
right?
first shoes that, huh?
The Jordan ones.
Yes, Jordan ones, yeah. And the league essentially banned them, right?
Oh yeah, why did they do
Because
that?
because it violated their code. Like you had to it had to like kind of match with your jersey, and he had black and red shoes with like white and red jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
okay.
it didn't have like any amount of weight in it. And there was like a requirement for that and all that. So like the legendary like marketers at Nike and Jordan, they decided to come out with the next pair and call them the banned ones. Oh, and
Damn.
that was like so cool because it was like these are the shoes that are banned in the NBA. Like it gives like this rebel vibe of them, like
Yeah, yeah,
because it's the
yeah,
same shoe, but they replaced the black with the white, and it was just like so cool to just see. And
yeah.
like everybody wanted a pair of the rarest and hardest to get pair of Jordans.
Everyone wanted to be like Mike.
Yep, and everyone wanted to get the banned ones that they wouldn't let Mike play in.
Damn. It's so funny to
Yeah,
think about too, because at the time he really wanted to be with Adidas, which I didn't even know, and
yeah,
everyone else was with was with Converse, and they didn't
yeah.
they I think he tried to strike a deal with Converse, but then they denied him because they were like, we don't see you being as big as these other stars, which is a load of shit.
Yeah, I
Because
think they said that he was demanding for too much for like what he had already accomplished. And what a vision by Nike to be able to just like be like, man, we'll give you whatever you want because we know you're gonna
like, they're like, I don't know, we don't know if we can give you much, but we'll try our best. So just come over
yeah,
here. And then he didn't even
it was
want
a
to.
bank out.
He wasn't even gonna go there. It's all because of Mama Jordan that we even have any pair of Jordans in the first place.
Exactly, because it was like a strictly runner company. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, they had a track.
Running
There's
shoes.
mostly track and field and
Yeah,
stuff.
and then I don't know where you get the biggest basketball stars, so that like that changed the course of their
That's
brands as well.
so tough. It's like the small things that really like. It's like wow, all his like
Yeah,
he didn't want to have any part of it, and all his mom said was. Just go over there and listen and give them a chance. You
exactly.
don't. She didn't even tell him to go accept the deal. She just said go and listen, and then
Yeah,
now we have like one of the biggest like
just the smallest things. Like it's like, yo, what if this small thing didn't happen?
yeah,
Like, what
exactly.
would happen? Like, imagine there were like there'd be Jordans, but like in Adidas, and they probably wouldn't be as cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They definitely would have looked totally different.
yeah, exactly.
It's just kind of shocking to see.
And
But
Nike wouldn't have taken off as such a popular brand like right now, because you know how Nike has all the big athletes at this
yeah,
point.
exactly. But
But
most of
if
them
they
work.
never had Jordan, I don't
Yeah,
think they
exactly.
get these athletes
Oh
now.
yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah,
They would have
so
never
history could have been so
been able to
different.
get him. Including some athletes who specifically they're not like with Nike as a whole. They're with like the Jordan brand specifically.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. There's a
I
lot of
know
those too.
I know Russ is with them, right? Westbrook.
Yeah,
I,
Russ, Melo, CP3, Zion now,
oh yeah,
and then oh yeah, they have a loaded class now with like as far
yeah,
as
no,
the young
like,
players.
and that wouldn't have happened without Jordan. That's literally what they're under.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
It's crazy
Jordan
to think about.
Jordan is like Jordan's only going up too. He's getting richer and richer. I remember when like it was announced that he was like a billionaire, like in like 20, I think it was like around 2012, 2013.
Damn.
And then now he's like worth like 2 billion, and that's like so quietly, like happened so quietly. And it's that Jordan brand right there. It's only getting bigger and bigger.
Every
Yeah.
single, every single new shoe that comes out is always just like it just becomes huge right away. Even there's some pairs that I know that people like don't like specifically, but like just because it is Jordan, like some people just get it not even to wear it, just to keep it, just because.
Oh yeah.
Just to
Like,
collect
there's
the
definitely
collector
shoes like
side.
that. The history is just bigger than like even the actual shoe.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But
Even today, on a side note, the whole like coronavirus thing, like people were lining up in Atlanta to get the new Fire Red fives that came out.
damn,
It's crazy to me, but
I'm
people
still
still to this day will risk their lives, I guess, to get their Jordan,
like
even this long after.
fuck social distancing. I'm trying to be
Uh,
socially dripped out, homie.
that's what I'm saying. That's how we dripped out. They watched the Jordan doc and said,
Like,
I need those new
hey,
fives."
if I'm saying I'm home all day, I may as well be dripped out. You feel me?
Yeah,
I can't be out here looking dry, bro.
but
But
that's crazy, and like that's like he had his own shoe, like that's a first too. Like others had shoes, but not on his level. They
yeah, no,
said that like
it was mostly
he was,
tennis players and stuff like that, right? That
yeah.
had like their own like shoe brand and what's it called? It was
They,
harder to get like because this thing is it's a team based like thing, so they had to like advertise him as like a kind of like the star of the team in a way.
yeah, but they said they were like, if we could hit a quarter of like $3 million in revenue, like it'd be great. And they got $126 million in the first year. Like imagine like
Wait,
how
that shit,
much
that's
time.
first year?
Yeah, that's first year. That's in 1 year.
Holy shit.
Their expected sales was supposed to be for $3 million when they launched the shoe,
Wow.
and they made $126 million in the first year.
That's crazy.
Yep, that's
How many more times is that? That's like more than like what?
yeah, that's
40
more than
times?
50 times. That's
Damn,
like
holy
50, what,
shit.
like 52 times what
That's
they projected.
It's actually insane that they just got that much money.
Yeah.
This dude really brought in the bank.
Yeah,
He
man,
brought
broke the
everything
bank
to
on
them.
him. That's what I was saying, man. That's such a good investment that they made. After the
It's
first year, they were like, "Yeah,
yeah,
this is the truth for her."
that's crazy. Especially since he didn't even want to go to them too. Think oh
Yeah,
thank Mama Jordan for that. You gotta be grateful for Mama Jordan Nike.
yeah, Mama Jordan, man. There should be a pair of Mama Jordans coming out just because of that. There's a story coming out.
We're making that. We better get some revenue out of that, bro. I want some
Facts.
royalty. I want some royalties from that name of
Sponsors, I
that.
want to be sponsored by Jordan.
Right now, okay, guys, you all heard it now, folks. We are copyrighting the name Mama Jordans. All
Mama
right,
Jordans.
Mama Jordan 1s, Mama Jordan 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, all of them, 98s,
We came up with
the
that.
retros, retro Mama Jordans. We want all the royalties, homies. We want all of them.
All of them. On May 4th at 12:16. We came up with
12:16 a.m. 2020. Okay, we made the shit. Okay, rerun it. All right. But
And then
okay.
you also you caught up on the whole like Spike Lee like directing the commercials.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
legendary. That's legendary.
This
Like
dude brought every single celebrity to the freaking how many people came
oh yeah,
to the
that's a
playoffs?
whole nother thing.
It was Jerry Seinfeld, Spike Lee, Chris Rock,
Yeah.
Prince, Dr. Dre, freaking. I saw Drew Barrymore.
Jimmy Kimmel, the young Jimmy Kimmel, he looks exactly the same.
This dude brought everybody. This dude literally brings.
Yeah.
Everyone just flocks toward him. But
Bro, did you see Jerry Seinfeld? Like this dude has like this awkward way of like being funny, but like just like weird and stuff. Like you heard him in the locker room when he was like, "Yeah, these plays aren't gonna work, so like just give the ball to Jordan," and then like he's awkwardly walking out.
it's like one of those like dad jokes in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
Like, 'cause you gotta somehow like laugh. You don't want to be rude, but you're just like, yeah.
it was
Anyway,
just awkward. Like, how you gonna tell his teammates like you guys are like, just get the ball to Jordan, then just walk out the locker.
that probably pissed so many people off, but they didn't say anything because the camera was
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, let's talk about a legendary moment.
Okay. What's your legendary moment?
All right, Portland. The reporter calls out Jordan, saying that Clyde Drexler is basically
Oh
Jordan.
wow.
He does. They do
What's
everything the same,
what?
except Clyde Drexler is a way better shooter than Michael Jordan.
Damn. You know what's funny?
So
That was
Michael
that
Jordan
was my
decides
next
to go out
note.
that night and make 7 straight 3 pointers. Oh my god.
What's funny is
Oh my god.
that's my next note that I was gonna say. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh my
since
god.
more Jerry Krause bullshit is that it was because he wanted to trade for him, didn't he?
No. Not Clyde. That was Kukoc. Okay, so that's something else.
No,
Let's not go into that yet.
wasn't there two things? There was also the thing with Drexler wasn't with Jerry Krause. It was just with
No. That was just with like the narrative that Clyde Drexler was like Michael Jordan's rival,
Okay,
basically.
yeah,
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 they
because
they couldn't get him. He was another like superstar.
oh, okay, at the time, okay, but
Yeah,
no, that's crazy. He
yeah.
because he even said like his in his interview, that section, he was like, he didn't care about being like compared and stuff like that, but like being
hmm
compared to him, he literally said, I felt disrespected, like
Yeah.
he
Literally,
was.
Clyde Drexler's entire legacy is that he just got shitted on by Jordan. Like it's kind of sad.
That
Like
sucks.
in a dunk context, I said dunk context, dunk contest. Jordan did the free throw line dunk
Oh
after
yeah.
after Clyde and beat him. Like basically everything
They both
getting
is
beat by Jordan.
they both is just the
Yeah,
same thing, but then they realize that
yeah.
he just
He's
does it
basically
better.
just Jordan that failed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Damn! Wow. That's like
yeah, I
the
kind of
thing.
felt bad for him.
That's an impossible legacy to like live up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to
And
measure
then it's
yourself
like,
up.
and then it's like, what's it called? Like how would you compare those two? Then like Kobe too, because then you could say they're all three like basically the same.
Yeah,
Because Kobe mirrors himself off of MJ. So it's like if Drexler does the same thing, then who not you can't really. It's like obviously the comparing is like kind of annoying nowadays because it just becomes to like,
yeah,
oh, who's the better player, who's the better 1v1 player, but it's like you can still say who does like what better. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
The
kind
thing
of
is,
tough.
even beyond skill set though, like part of why Jordan won obviously is like how like just like his nuance in the game. Like I don't know if you like noticed there was like a part where they were talking about like he started learning how to like control momentum, how to
Yeah.
how to capitalize on runs and like how to like just win. Like because even beyond just like shooting the ball and scoring, there's like small things that you can do to like make
Mm-hmm.
your teams like you know what I'm saying? Like you can be
Yeah.
like, okay, these are the moments where we're gonna lock in. These are the key moments in the game when there's like 3 minutes left in the third quarter. It's like you know what I'm saying? Those small things, once you master them, it's like you start winning. That's why it's like he lost so much, but then when he started winning, he never lost again. That's like after you master
I remember that
how to
part
win
because
and like
one of his teammates was like, what's it called? There was a point where you didn't see MJ doing much, but like you realized that his impact was just as like high, even if he wasn't moving around that much.
yeah,
It was this, it's
it's
like something like that. I butchered it completely, but I remember something like that.
yeah that's pretty cool too if you think about it. Like it makes a lot of sense
Your
even
presence on
just
the
thinking
court
about it.
is just menacing.
Yeah, like there's games where like a team can be like lose like the first 3 quarters or something, and then like in the fourth quarter just know how to string a good run. That was like what was so dangerous about like that 73 wins Warriors teams, where they were just like you could be up by like 30 points, and it's like, bro, if you're going into the fourth quarter, there's 12 minutes left, you're not safe. You know what I'm saying? And once you learn how to just like capitalize on those key moments where like teams start getting nervous and the arena gets loud, if you know how to like manipulate those things, it's like
You need to take
you're
advantage of
never
certain
truly out
things.
of any game like that.
Yeah, exactly. You need to know how to take advantage of certain things,
Yeah,
especially like
and Jordan was clutch, man.
if you're like fucking around with the player, like you're messing it up. You know you're getting under his skin. You like take the advantage. You force him to do certain things because
Exactly, exactly.
there's two things that happen when you mess around when you get under somebody's skin. One thing is they literally just like shut down and don't do anything, like they're scared to shoot, and the other thing is they just start forcing up everything, trying to like not show off, but like trying to get like they become like like what's the word for it?
Like they're just trying to prove to you that they
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
what
Or
you can.
they
They're like, you can't make this three, and then now
mm-hmm.
all the shooting is threes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So you get on their skin. So like if you can take advantage of that, then you know exactly what you're doing. And I know damn well the only thing Michael knew how to do was get under people's skin.
Yeah,
Like
and even if you look at like towards his like career, like towards the second half of his career, or just like once he started winning, you start to see that he takes a lot more free throw shots. So he learned how to like use the officials and like get his calls and like you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
like
yeah,
what a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
players like the whole James Harden thing. Like he learned how to like not get beat up as much and get like the players punished. It's like if you drive in and then like they try to tackle you, but you try to stay standing up, like when you finish the layup, the ref is gonna be like, "Oh, he's fine." But if
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of playing it off a little bit more, or selling it a little bit more, you get a little bit more free throws. You know what I'm saying? Because no one wants to see the best player in the league just on the floor like every other play. People just throwing them around.
Yeah, exactly.
So those small nuances, I think, had a big deal in him developing like his.
It's like realizing that there's not only just one aspect of basketball. There's a lot more things that you can do to win the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I finally
So
remember the word. It's desperate. I don't know why. That's the thing I was trying to say. Like before, when I say people start forcing up shots, that's the word,
yeah,
desperate. I don't know why. My English is not the best at freaking midnight. But another. We can get to the other Jerry Krause bullshit. Freaking. It was after. It's just this one line that the just little interview he was giving at the end of the first championship against the Blazers. I don't know if it was against the wait, the Blazers was that was the first championship, right?
no, it was the Magic. I mean, I said the Magic, the Lakers, the Magic Lakers, the
Oh,
Magic
okay.
Johnson
Yeah,
Lakers.
yeah. Okay, so this was after the second championship against the Knicks, I'm guessing. He started saying this, yeah, when they won the back to back. He started saying this is the best organization and stuff like that. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, I that just pissed me off so much because
yeah,
like
exactly.
you're the only thing that's just wrong here. Like the amount of trouble that he causes just by like just his existence just like pisses people off. Like it's funny to think that just has like that nobody respects him. How are you gonna call this the organization? Because he was like, oh, the team is good, but like it's not only about that. This organization is the best. Like, okay, no. First of all, you ain't going out there and winning games in the first place.
Yeah,
Like
it's a power struggle.
I'll give you a cut. You know what I mean? But like, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
And then like the
That's the
same.
thing. He felt like he wasn't getting any cut, so he's like overcompensating by trying to get like the whole cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess, but like still, and the same thing when we were talking about the guy from Croatia from the Olympics. Well, before we get into actually no, let's talk about that since we're still on Jerry Krause. When he was looking at the kid from Croatia during the Olympics,
Yeah.
who wanted to draft him,
Hmm.
there was like what's it called what I wrote down in my notes is that he puts his own players on hold for newer prospects because at the time he had Pippen's contract wasn't agreed to yet, and he literally put him on hold just so we can look at whatever that player from Croatia was.
Yeah,
And then
that was done on purpose too. It was like basically Pippen. Like, do you want to talk about Pippen's contract before we go into this?
yeah, we can go
Because
ahead.
I got like some new perspective on it, and it's like Pippen was getting royally screwed, but Pippen kind of like made that choice, and it was a horrible choice, but it was still a horrible choice that he made because look, the GM told him that this is a bad deal. He said, "You're trying to sign like a 7-year deal, like so early. You're not going to get a lot of money. You're going to be stuck here for a long time. I'm not going to renegotiate with him." He told him, he said, "I'm not renegotiating with you. If you sign this deal, you're going to have to play out this whole deal. I don't care if you play as good as like imaginable. You're not getting a new deal anytime soon." And Pippen, in his logic, said that I have a family and I need a new deal right now so I can take care of them, which I kind of think is BS. Because even on his other deal, his family lived where in Nebraska or something. Like, how much money do you need to take care of your family over there? The original contract he had was,
Search
I
it
think,
up.
was enough. I think he just wanted his money early and like fast, and he thought he'd be able to like get a new one like or renegotiate later, like the GM told him he wouldn't be able to. and then he got stuck in a horrible situation. And it's messed up that one of the better players in the league that was winning wasn't getting compensated enough for it. But it was like you made a very, very bad choice, and you were
Mm-hmm.
warned before you made that choice.
See how much a house costs in Nebraska.
Yeah, it couldn't be much, and it's like he just wanted his money earlier, and that wasn't a good idea. A horrible investment on his part.
Oh wow, this
If he had just waited
actually.
like another 2 years, he could have got a way bigger deal. You know what I'm
Holy
saying?
shit! You kidding me? Hold
What?
up. If this is in Nebraska, what's the like the you know how
Oh, I'm
like
sorry. He's from Arkansas. I don't know why I said
oh
Nebraska.
okay
He's from Arkansas.
okay
Yeah.
wait is Nebraska NE?
Yeah.
Okay,
Or is it
because
NB? No, N. Wait, hold up. I'm not even sure anymore.
what is NE? I think this is
NE.
I think
It might be Nebraska.
because okay, this is totally off topic, but like this house over here is two point it's like 2.4 million, right?
Uh-huh.
And this shit is huge.
Wait, did
There's
you say NE?
yeah,
Okay.
NE. There is a house here on Zillow for 2.4 million, and
Uh-huh.
this thing is huge. There's a house on my street that's almost a million. I mean, I don't know, it should be a million. And they're like, this one is a lot bigger than that thing.
Yeah,
Like
that's to be expected.
a
Like
lot
you can
bigger.
literally get like I don't know, like a county like a county over here in like
These
Wyoming for like the price of like a mansion here or something. You know what I'm saying?
these things are almost the cost of my own house, but they're like a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, was it Arkansas? You said Arkansas now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was Arkansas, which is probably even cheaper. So
I
it's
mean,
like, and this was in the like in the 80s and
Arkansas,
stuff. So it was just like,
Arkansas.
I think bro just made a bad decision, and it just
It says
never.
the market temperature is very hot. Wait, oh, I think that means literally. Like literally the temperature, not like yeah, it's not okay, it's not showing me. I can't find any house prices on Zillow. Anyway, but yeah, I
Yeah, you
guess
could just assume that it would just be way lower than it's freaking Arkansas. Who's buying out in
who the
Arkansas?
freaking hell lives in Arkansas? Okay, come on.
Exactly. That's what
Besides
I'm
freaking
saying. So his claim that he was just trying to like get the money to take care of his family, I don't really buy it. I
this
think he
thing's
just wanted
bullshit.
money early.
The thing is though, like he still put the contract on hold. You know, like it's like
Yeah,
you could have still
that
like
still was disrespectful since they were negotiating.
closed out the negotiation with his own players before looking at like anyone new. And, like as soon as they heard, like the thing is, all the players hate anything related to Jerry Krause. They're like, oh wait, Jerry Krause likes this kid. I bet. Boys, let's go fucking destroy the hell out of him. It's like
Yeah, that's
zero
they
fucks were
just they
given.
destroyed
They
him. They were
no
like,
mercy destroyed him the first game where everyone was like, oh, his first game was off. He was just nervous. And even you saw the interview with him. He was like, hey, I didn't do anything to them. He just came at me because of these
they
rumors.
said they said he may not even think about the NBA after we play him. Like
Yeah,
that was their mindset going in there. Like,
that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to crush this kid.
yeah.
But like that's just what happens when you got anything related to Jerry Krause. But now we can get into the Olympics. The
Oh yeah,
Olympics.
yeah, soap opera drama, man.
Ooh, dream
So it's
team.
revealed, huh, that it wasn't just Jordan that didn't like Isaiah
Yeah,
Thomas. Like
that's
this
what I was gonna
Thomas just was
say. Because we talked about this in one of the earlier episodes. No, it was the episode right before this, the mini episode
yeah.
2, where we talked about Oh wait, why did I say this was mini episode 5? This is 3. I'm tripping. Okay, it's episode
I
5.
heard you say that, but I assume you were just talking about like the episode we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
I got confused, but okay, yeah, no, in the previous mini episode we talked about how the episode was called fuck the freaking Detroit Pistons, but we talked about how it was MJ who left IT out the dream team, the Olympics, but it wasn't him. It wasn't only him.
Seems that Magic and
Larry
Bird seem
Bird,
not like Isaiah
they
Thomas
all
that much,
hated him.
which isn't surprising because he was an asshole as
Mm-hmm.
far as like
It
player.
is true. It is
But
true.
but that doesn't mean that he didn't qualify for the team, which he definitely was overqualified to play for. But
Even Michael Jordan said he's like, I hate him, but I still have respect for him.
yeah, and what he says was his reason. Well, because he won't ever admit that he's the one that left him off because he can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
But what he says is that he didn't think the camaraderie, which was what held the team together, would have been the same if you brought in Isaiah Thomas. That
Mm-hmm.
like three of the top guys just didn't like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because now
Yeah.
the only thing, like, you can put all the best players possible on a team together and just call it the dream team. But in the end, if they can't work together, then it's really not the dream team. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just not going to work out properly.
Yeah.
So
I saw Isaiah Thomas making his runs this week with the media, and he was just complaining and like talking about how it wasn't fair and just like how wrong it was.
he's doing that now.
He's honestly very salty, and you can kind of hear it in his voice. And I don't blame him, but he's saying stuff like, "Oh, LeBron is way better than Jordan." Like,
Oh my
he's
God!
obviously being salty.
He
and it's
shouldn't
like,
double
you're not
down
even
on this.
having-
He should not double down on this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
I feel like it's also disrespect to himself because he's just saying like he wasn't as good of a competitor.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like spiting himself to like to get at Jordan. He's like,
to get back at him. It's like this. It's really not that worth it.
Yeah.
I highly doubt Jordan even cares anything remotely related to basketball at this point.
oh, I would disagree.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Jordan wants to guard his legacy. I think this is a plot to help guard his legacy.
I mean, I feel
Remember,
like
he said that like he said, I don't have a gambling problem. This is a snippet, but like he said, I don't have a gambling problem. I have a competition problem. That doesn't go away.
Yeah. But I mean, it related to like drama and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I feel like
still
with
think
that point, it's just like no point to it.
He wants to let people know, like, hey man, you guys think this guy's good? Look at me, like.
But it's not only
I
that.
was
But I
that
feel
guy
like
way before this guy.
I feel like, I mean, that makes sense. But I feel like when it comes to like Michael Jordan, it's like, I feel like for himself, he's like, I've already proved I'm one of the best players on the planet, if not the best players on the planet. So I don't have to talk about it. I can let the actual stats and the actual like accolades like speak for themselves in a way. You know what I mean? Like he literally said like he would, like what he said before, like he lets his game talk for him. He lets his game get the deals. He's not the one getting the deals. It's his game that's getting the deals.
Yeah, but it helps to show people too that just never saw it. Like, because we hear like Will Chamberlain had 100 points, but no one ever seemed to like really sit and think about it because we couldn't see it. It just wasn't videotaped.
Yeah. It's just one of those things like,
It's
oh
like-
yeah. He's like, you're just like, you just accept it, but you don't like then be like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Like he
100
averaged 50 points, but like we don't have any game footage from him doing it. It's just,
exactly.
like, pictures and like stat sheets and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
like
definitely-
we're here nowadays. Like we see when we saw Harden go on that historic, like 40, 50 points per game run for like 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that shit we lived through. You know what I mean? We've lived
exactly.
through LeBron taking down teams on playoff runs, but it's hard to like, it doesn't sink in with things we haven't seen, even if they already happened.
Yeah. So also, the competitive nature of Jordan leaks into the Nike business, and they decide that Jordan won't wear the Reebok logo.
Oh yeah. I also had that.
Reebok was pissed.
Was it Nike that? Nike didn't have any say in that. Wasn't it just Jordan?
Well, yeah, it wasn't
like,
Nike that said it, but it was kind of like because he said that like Nike started to become competitive, where like it was like Nike wants to be the number one guys now too, and it's like while Nike's making their bid to be number one, they don't want their star athlete like wearing the Reebok logo, and he's like, I'm not gonna wear it either. Like he's like, if like whatever I have to do, like these guys think I'm gonna wear it, like they ask him to come in, and then lo and behold, when they're at the ceremony, he wears it.
That was real slick. That was real slick because they said that they won't get any of the medals if they I forgot who, it was probably the NBA themselves to say you won't get any medals if you don't wear the logo. And he's just like, I bet I'm gonna cover it with the American flag. What you gonna say about that? Dude draped a whole American flag on his right shoulder and was like, I can't see no logo, but like, you know, you can't say anything about me. That's actually tough. Yep. He was real slick about it too. I didn't realize Reebok had anything to do with like basketball either.
Yeah, Reebok was one of the early ones.
What
As
was it
far as
called?
like Reebok was really active early. They had like Vince Carter, Allen Iverson. They
Oh,
just
dang! Wow.
I'm just telling you, like whatever like Jordan did with Nike, they just took off so far that it was just like nothing else could just really
Who
survive like
make
that.
who makes what's it called like the jerseys nowadays? Is still Champion?
Oh no, it switches like every like 8 years or something. So like the NBA, like in order to like keep deals with all of them, like sometimes it's Reebok. Right now it's Nike. Right before this it was Adidas. Before that I think it was Reebok. So it's always changing. It's probably gonna go between those three companies.
But it's those are the jerseys that the players specifically wear, right? Because
Yeah,
doesn't
the NBA jerseys.
doesn't the champion still work on like the selling ones, like the
Are you
merchant?
talking? That's different. Like if you're trying to get a vintage, because there's years of jerseys. Like if you're trying to get like a vintage 2008 Kobe jersey, then you
Mm-hmm.
might get like an Adidas one or a Champion one. But if you're trying to get like a new jersey, like a new LeBron jersey,
Mm-hmm.
the new ones are always going to be Nike. Like are the ones they're making right now. But if you're
Oh,
trying to get
okay.
one, if you're trying to get like a 2014 Cavs jersey or something, then well, it's been Nike for a while now. But before,
So
like,
so the wholesale ones that we buy are still made by the companies that make the official NBA jerseys.
yeah,
Oh,
basically
okay, okay,
at the
okay,
time, yeah.
okay, okay.
But a
So
lot
they
of
were
people go for vintage jerseys, so that's why you'll probably end up getting like one that's like
like
made
older.
by someone else. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah.
There was
Which
one
is
more
that's pretty
thing.
dope too. How the NBA gives like them all a chance
Oh yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
display.
I mean, some of their designs are kind of pretty lackluster, if I do say so
Yeah,
myself.
Nike's been doing a bad job.
Some of them
I
are
just don't like Nike jerseys at all.
some of them are really good. Like I
Yeah, like
love
I
the
like the
Heat
Adidas jerseys the most.
the Heat jerseys, the Vice City ones, the blue one,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
light blue one, and the like the neonish pink, whatever.
yeah.
Like,
But those aren't exclusive to Nike. Those are just like the Heat jerseys. I'm saying like the material or just like the way they printed on
oh,
the
okay,
Nike
okay, okay, okay,
jerseys.
okay.
I just don't like the way it really
Oh, okay,
looks.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, so if it's the team designs, then what the hell are some of these teams doing?
yeah.
The Timberwolves
The
neon
Pacers. Have you
green.
ever seen their Hickory jerseys? The
It's
brown and yellow
it's called
ones.
Hickory
Yeah,
Pacers jersey.
yeah. Those sick.
I can't find it, but like I hate. Oh my god, the neon green Timberwolves, and then
Oh
the
yeah, exactly. Yeah, those two.
is it the orange Cavs jersey? I
I'm
think it's
trying to see what you're talking about.
no, it's not. Yeah, it's a top. The top half is orange and the bottom half is blue. It has a weird cutoff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what
Oh
you're
my
talking about.
god, that thing is ugly.
Yeah.
All these Dion colored jerseys, bro. These teams do not know how to
Did
do
you
any
see? Did you
design.
find the Hickory ones? The Hickory
No,
Pacer jerseys?
how do you spell it?
Hickory Hickory.
Oh, Hickory. Okay,
Hickory.
there you go.
Yeah, those are so ugly. Oh my god, I hate those jerseys so much.
Is it the it's like red?
Yeah, in real life it looks brownish though.
Oh, okay. Ew.
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
heck? Oh my god. I want to get a Giannis jersey, but it's kind of weird. Forget it's weird. It's called it Cream City. It's just like kind of gay, but like even if I try to explain the reason it's called that, it's still like shut the fuck up. Got Cream City on your shit, bro. I'm like, goddamn, man.
Why is it? Oh yeah, because
It's
Milwaukee and like
the
cheese or something.
no.
Wisconsin.
A lot of their older like bricks and stuff like that, they used to have like a cream color. So like they like their roads and their roads
Oh,
and their buildings, like all like the older ones, they all have that color. So you just see that color literally everywhere. So it's just called the Cream City.
if I'm being completely honest, whenever I saw those jerseys on TV, I swear they said Dream City.
Dream
Like,
City?
yeah, I swear
I
they said
saw
Dream City.
it's
This is
Cream
my
City,
first
and
time
I'm
hearing
like,
Cream City.
God damn it, it's called Cream City. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, man. You know, I don't know if I should buy
You
you or
can
not.
get the ones that are in that color but have the Bucks like logo instead of
Yeah, that's
Cream City.
true. But that's whenever I actually get a freaking one in the first place. But last thing we can talk about is the practice game for the Dream Team.
Mm.
That was something else.
Yeah.
That was when they finally established, the older dudes finally established that or they finally realized that the younger generation is gonna take over after.
He's gonna take over. And Magic was so good. Like when you think about it, like he was like scoring, but like he could score effortlessly.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
like he was like averaging like 13 or 14 assists. Like it was crazy.
Damn!
But he
Wow.
was but he could score effortlessly. He's honestly like he's a top five basketball player to ever play basketball. Like he's one of the top five people to ever touch a basketball.
Damn.
Like yeah, you there's like no doubt about it. Some people have him as like a top three player. Like you know what I'm saying?
Dang. I
Yeah,
mean, Jordan did say that he believed that he was the best point guard to ever play basketball.
yeah.
But damn, they really just pissed him off, and they were like, "You can't be Air Jordan," and then he's like, "I bet, bitch." He started taking all the shots. He's like, "Fuck you." He started doing everything. But I still don't understand how he freaking makes that underhand, like he goes up and he brings it so down low and puts on the other side, like the up and under on this dude
Yeah,
is it's freaking crazy.
iconic, man.
Don't know how the hell he does that every single, like, so much. And people don't
Yeah,
realize how to block it at some points. It's like, bro, he does it every single freaking time.
that's why you just learn to just foul him.
Yeah, I guess. But oh my god, I'm trying to freaking pick up my sticky notes. Where the hell did it go? I think that's all. I think that's all I had for in this episode. Is there any last things you'd like to say?
Last things, well, we usually close them out with some a crazy story or something, right?
Yes.
So let me see if I have anything. If not, I'm not gonna reach. Oh, okay. So we kind of got into it earlier, but just like the fact that when he got called out for like college Clyde Drexler like being a slightly better shooter than him,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next game when they play him after he sees that he goes and shoots like seven threes. There's this clip, you can look it up on YouTube, but it's like during that game, right? Like after he makes like the six three or something, like he
Mm-hmm.
turns around and it's like starts yelling at the camera or something, and he's like talking to the reporter that wrote the article basically, like, yeah, how do you like that? Like you're saying like I'm not a good 3 point shooter, and then he's like I don't make a lot of threes because I don't want to make a lot of threes because I can already average 35 points without the threes, and it's not my game. But he's like, if I wanted to make these threes, I could make them, and it's just like that man literally had no holes in his game. It's like whatever he wanted to be good at, he was gonna be good at it, and
It's
the only reason he
facts.
just didn't make a lot of threes is just because he didn't take a lot of threes.
It's
That just
facts.
wasn't what he played like.
I don't know. I think I usually try to end it off as something negative because just because of the name of the podcast, but I can't think of anything negative besides what I've said in the previous podcast, like fuck Jerry Krause and fuck
Oh
Isaiah
yeah.
Thomas.
So today can be fuck Sam Smith, the guy that wrote the article,
Oh yeah,
and we'll
yeah.
get into it.
Fuck Sam Smith. We're gonna get into him in the next part of this
Yeah,
episode
exactly.
because this episode already way too long. So we're gonna probably put this into two parts. I'll see. But yeah, I see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.